Hi friends, welcome to our 3G stenography shortened channel. Today we will practice legal dictation exercise number 18 with the speed of 100 words per minute. So let's start. Further, factum of accident has also been admitted by R2 W1 Vinod Kumar, owner respondent number 2, in his testimony. He has also mentioned in his cross examination that he was informed by the driver after about half hour of the accident and he had not made any complaint regarding false implication of his vehicle. He also mentioned that driver had informed him that two persons were injured in the accident. It is further observed that technical inspection report EXPW4D also makes it clear that left side of the bumper of the offending vehicle got scratched in the accident. It is also not disputed that offending truck had hit the motorcycle from backside, though it has been alleged by respondent number 1 and 2 that the accident had happened due to rash and negligent driving of the motorcycle, but it has not been explained as to how the motorcycle was responsible for accident. In view of above, it becomes clear that offending truck was being driven in rash and negligent manner and was responsible for the accident. Referring to the affidavit of the injured Dharminder and his cross examination, wherein the admits that the place where the accident happened was littered with gravel, Ms. Raman, the learned counsel for the appellants, submits that it is therefore possible that the injured had fallen skidded on the gravel as a result of his driving at a high speed and thus injured himself grievously. Alternatively, he should have stopped and slowed the vehicle down, which could have prevented the alleged accident by skidding. In either case, there would be contributory negligence by him, and some of the awarded amount should be deducted. The said argument is untenable because gravel could be of any size. It does not necessarily mean that the person should stop his vehicle or that motorcycle cannot be driven on gravel. What was the size of the gravel? How far or how loosely it was littered? Was it so dangerous that the rider should have slowed down entirely? All these aspects are not in the realm of the present examination because it was for the insurance company to have brought evidence to show that the rider of the motorcycle was driving in a rash and negligent manner and thus contributed to the unfortunate debilitating accident. What is plausible is that because of the loose gravel, as a prudent driver, the injured may have slowed his vehicle down, which was then hit by the rashly driven offending insured vehicle.